Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leo Mookie here, back with you with another new part of What If Izuku Had Digimon. This is part 22. And in the last part, the aftermath of the hero killer Hosu incident finally came to an end, with Iida finally coming to terms with his actions being nothing but selfish, egotistical, and somewhat childish as well. With not only that, Detective Suguchi manual alongside that of the chief of police of Hosu wanted to reprimand the three boys, mainly Iida, for his actions, even though Izuku and Shoto had permission. Shoto somewhat. But they decided to divert all of the attention towards that of Endeavor and also Izuku as well. However, they kept the secret about Mask X getting involved. Not only that, Iida also got his own Digimon by the name of Kotomon, due to him feeling that of despair and loneliness as well, and regret too. With Kotomon sensing this, wanting to choose him as his tamer, with the two now becoming partners. However, it seems that the League of Villains isn't done yet. With the help of Neo Devimon and Lucamon, they were able to edit a video directly showing on what has happened to the hero killer, and also making a villain origin story on that of the video as well, leading many people who supported Stain to the League, making him a martyr for those who are outcast to follow them. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? 2 days. It has been 2 days since Izuku and Shoto, alongside Iida, have left the hospital and continuing their agencies, with Izuku heading back to Akihabara and Shoto heading back to his father's agency back in Tokyo. And Iida, now with his new partner Kotomon, is now back at Manuel's agency. At first, everyone was shocked and surprised to see Kotomon right beside that of Iida. Hell, even Izuku and Shoto were caught off guard too. However, people decided to let it be for now, believing that the two working together isn't that bad, to be honest. It's also funny seeing the two bicker a lot as well, which is kind of funny, to be honest. As for Izuku, he's back at Akihabara, going through his training with Miss Mitsugane, as she continued training Izuku and his Digimon on that of a daily basis since that he's been in the hospital for at least that of a day or so, they're basically making up for lost time after all, as all of his Digimon are going through the ringer of their physical training by increasing their data as well. As for Izuku, he's currently with that of Vmon right now, as they're in that of the underground fighting arena, as there's no Digimon battle matches right now. Mitsugane, still in her business suit, couldn't help but smile, saying, "Alright, I can see your bond with your Vmon has grown quite a bit. So I think it's about time we start using those Digi-Egg crests after all." With hearing that, Izuku saying, "Digi-Egg crest? Oh, right. I've collected each and every one except one more, if I heard." Saying, "Yep, the Digi-Egg of Miracles, the Golden Digi-Egg of Miracles. Or there is a second one known as the Golden Digi-Egg of Hope. Personally, getting all of them is quite tedious and annoying, so a lot of people don't bother. But I'm surprised that a quirkless kid like you was able to get one. With not even my kid Mitsuo was able to do that." Then Izuku couldn't help but smile, knowing that his own teacher didn't get all the armored Digi-Eggs. Then Tsuchi saying, "Don't smile at that. You're still behind him. As for now, what do you plan on doing with your little Vmon?" Then Vmon looking at Izuku, but then Izuku smiling, saying, "I don't want Vmon to fight, personally. I would prefer it if he didn't." With then hearing that, she couldn't help but raise an eyebrow, asking him, saying, "Why not?" Within Izuku saying, I realized having a lot of Digimon is a good thing for combat and possibly for rescue as well, even supporting me as too, but what if there's a situation that none of my Digimon can handle? They may be strong and powerful, but they're not versatile. Heck, some of them can't handle certain situations like, well, swimming, for example. So I thought, Vmon can basically act as an all-rounder Digimon to help me with certain situations, like saving people and me using him as a form of transportation as well, so I don't have to rely on my partners all the time. With then soon, Mitsugane hearing this as she thinking, not a bad idea, kid. There are certain Digimon that are able to use that of all 8 Digi-Eggs, to be honest, and Vmon is one of those lucky few, to be fair. With then hearing that, Vmon couldn't help but smile and joy, saying, "Really? So I'll be really useful to Daddy Izuku? That's awesome! Did you hear that, Daddy?" With then Izuku saying, "Yeah, you will be, little buddy," as patting on him on the head. But then soon, she's saying, "Okay, but first, we need to see what he's capable of. Bring out the first Digi-Egg." With then soon, Izuku putting on his goggles, going through that of his inventory before seeing that of the list of all Digi-Eggs, ranging from the Crest of Courage, the Digi-Egg of Courage, the Digi-Egg of Friendship, the Digi-Egg of Knowledge, the Digi-Egg of Love, the Digi-Egg of Hope, the Digi-Egg of Light, and the Digi-Egg of Kindness. Then Izuku deciding to choose that of the Digi-Egg of Courage, as it being that of a Digi-Egg coated in flames with one solitary spike blade on the top. With then soon, she's saying, "Alright, it's now time." With then soon, she's saying, "Now," as she getting serious, saying, "The first thing you need to do, go to that of Vmon, go to Digivolution, and instead of using that of the original Digivolution's text, you'll see a new one that would be, and also different from that of Fusion DNA Digivolution as well. It's called that of Armor Digivolution." With then Izuku saying, "Armor Digivolution," as then doing as she says, she soon sees the text. With then soon, she's saying, "If you see it, access it." But then after that, he does exactly that. Within soon, she's saying, "Now that if it's active, now it's time." With then soon, the Digi-Egg of Courage begins to glow inside in the hands of Izuku, but then it begins to connect to that of Vmon. Within soon, she's saying, "Now, scream out, Digi-Armor Energize!" With then Izuku saying, "Digi-Armor Energize!" As he soon puts both his arms in that of a circular motion before thrusting the egg into forwards, before the egg begins to fly out of his hands, before Vmon feeling a drawing connection towards the egg, before jumping to the egg, and then both began to engulf in that of a fire and that of flames. With then Izuku saying, "Vmon!" With soon Mitsugane saying, "Don't worry, Izuku. Your little partner is fine." As then, inside of the circle of flame, inside of the spear of flames, Izuku could hear his partner. Within, he's saying, "Vmon, Armor, Digivolve too!" As coming out of the flames being that of an arm, with that of a flaming clawed gauntlet that looks like that of blades. Before then, another arm as well with the same clawed gauntlet blades. Within coming out is that of 2 legs that look like that of a dragon. Before that of a tail as well, and then soon emerging from the spear once again is that of a head of that, and it looks like that of a Vmon, more mature, but with that of a flaming helmet, with that of the same blade that you would see on that of the Digi-Egg of Courage. once again, before spinning around in the air, before landing down on the ground, saying, "Flame Dramon, the fire of courage," as flames begin to erupt around his body and below him as well, with Izuku feeling the embers off of him, saying, "Wow, it's flames. They're just on the same level as Todoroki's flames as well." Within soon, Flame Dramon saying, "Whoa, look at me now. Hey, Dad, look at me. I look a lot more badass and cool, don't I?" With then soon, Izuku couldn't help but smile, saying, "Yeah, you do, buddy. Yeah, you do." But then Mitsugane couldn't help but smile, saying, "For a Digimon that's so young, that just looks like he just came out of being that of a pre-trainee level. He's already pretty close to a level of that of a champion level. This could be interesting. Let's see what he's truly capable of." Within soon, Flame Dramon begins to jab in the air with his clawed flaming gauntlets. Within soon, she's saying, "All right, enough playing around. Let's see what you got in that little form of yours, little V-Mon. Or I should say, Flame Dramon." Within saying, "Yes, ma'am." Within, Izuku began looking at Flame Dramon's stats, saying, "Wow, now he's pretty capable. Looks like the Digiegg of Courage is mainly used for that of combat. I can tell. Veemon's speed and power stats are basically off the charts. But not only that, his defense is pretty capable too. But even so, his wisdom and intelligence are not that high. His HP isn't that good too. So he may be that of a glass cannon, to be fair. Maybe I should use him as that of a last resort. Or better yet, while the others are taking down more dangerous enemies, Flame Dramon can help me as that of a partner, as that of a partner in combat. Help me out so we can do that of combo attacks. That could work out." As Izuku basically going down that of, selections, basically muttering to himself over and over, with Flame Dramon saying, "Looks like Dad is basically in his muttering fit again. He's so weird." Within soon, Mitsugane can up and say, "I just had to get an analytical kid, didn't I? Better get him out of that before we be here almost all night." With Ash going over to Izuku, and basically, you can hear that of a whine of pain from Izuku. Currently back at Endeavor's agency, and that's of a gym. Shoto is currently sparring as well, but not against Endeavor or any one of his many sidekicks. Instead, he's faced against both of his partner Digimon, being Konomon and Blukomon, but in their champion forms, being Fiamon and Peldramon as well. As Shoto is using both his digital spear and digital blaster, as firing that of multiple fire shots from the blaster towards Peldramon, as Peldramon basically dodges or blocks the flames towards him. However, it does melt a bit of his frozen armor across his arms, but still ready to keep on going. As Firemon basically about to do that of a dive bomb flame attack down onto Shoto, within Shoto using his digital spear, slamming the spear down using his ice quirk to create that of a barrier of spikes to keep him away. Within, Firemon seeing this basically flies back before sending that of a fireball towards that of his tamer, melting the spiked wall. Within, Shoto feeling the heat from his melted ice, seeing both his Digimon basically keep him on the defensive. Within soon, Peldramon saying, "We've been at this for at least a little while, Shoto. You sure you don't want to stop?" Within soon, Shoto basically thinking, as he remembers the nights ago after facing against the hero killer, remembering both Mass X Digimon, being that of War Greymon X and Metal Garurumon X as well. That one mega level Digimon, no matter how powerful, was able to basically knock back both his Digimon working together. Even seeing that of Izuku's Digimon, who are literally stronger than his, able to get knocked around by another mega level 2. Within soon, Shoto couldn't help but shake his head saying, no, I have to get stronger. And not just me, you guys too. Within soon, both of them look at each other with Firemon in his deep voice saying, look, Shoto, we get it. You want to improve and want us to improve as well, but doing this isn't going to. I have to get stronger. We all have to. That Mask X guy, the way that he basically batted us around, and his Digimon was able to bat us around. Not only that, he didn't even see us as a threat. He kept on teleporting and disappearing constantly. And yet, because of that, within remembering the spiked claws from War Greymon X coming out, basically impaling Stain through from his back to his front. And now Stain is currently in that of a coma, realizing that there are people in their Digimon that are way much stronger than those of the League of Villains, such as Shigaraki and Lucamon, possibly. But then Shoto saying, we have to keep getting stronger. We have to continue to improve ourselves as well. Not just for us, but to make sure that everybody else is safe as well. So I'm asking the two of you to continue to come at me. Show me what you can do. Within soon, feeling the determination and power coming off of their tamer, Firemon and Peldramon couldn't help but look at each other before both of them smirk, with Peldramon saying, huh, all right then don't blame us if you get hurt, Shoto! Within soon, rushing towards his tamer. Within soon, Shoto preparing, standing his ground towards his ice dragon Digimon. Within soon, his Digivice begins to glow. However, Shoto is too focused on his partner. Within soon, Firemon coming at him too, saying, I don't like doing this, but so be it. I won't hold anything back as well. Within soon, Firemon begins to engulf his wings and his body into flames. Within soon, Shoto preparing both his ice and his fire at the exact same time, as his left arm is consumed in flames around his digital blaster, with his ice also basically creeping around his entire digital spear, with it almost looked like that of flaming and icy wings emerging from his back entirely. As the same time that this happens, his Digivice begins to glow into that of a rainbow glow. At the same time, both of his Digimon begin to glow as well, with then soon both of them begin to transform into that of spears, with one of fire and one of pure ice. As Shoto saying, guys, with then soon seeing this, Shoto couldn't help but be shocked, as then he begins to hear the names of his Digimon screaming into spears, with Firemon saying, Firemon, Digivolve 2? And Peldramon at the same time saying, Peldramon, Digivolve 2? As both digital spears began to erupt and explode, within Shoto covering his eyes both from the light, flames, and ice, as then seeing both his partners have changed and have become stronger. As looking at Firemon, he soon has that of a more toned appearance. Not only that, instead of being on all fours as before, he's now on two of his legs, with both his arms looking quite masculine as well. Not only that, he has that of a pelt across his chest and on his shoulders as well, both red and yellow, with then of both having, instead of having the wings as they were now removed, with that of two somewhat smaller wings on that of his shoulders, and a mane of fire on his hair, Within, as he soon screams out, Flaremon! After roaring out his name, within soon, Peldramon is in his ultimate form as well. However, he's also a lot more bulky, bigger, and his claws are now completely coated in ice like that of a gauntlet, with more ice covering his chest as well. Even his wings are a lot more icy and a lot more cold too, with even his face actually shrinking down a little bit more, but still have the appearance of that of a dragon. Within suit saying, Crest Peldramon! With as a cold wind soon basically emerges from the training area as well, as swinging his left arm to the side. Within, Shoto couldn't help but be shocked and surprised, seeing that both his Digimon just digivolved just like that, out of nowhere. Within saying, but how? I didn't even. Within soon, Flaremon saying, well, I think I can guess why. Because of your determination and heart. Within soon, Crest Peldramon saying, I agree as well. It was your pure raw emotion that allowed us to digivolve. Your want to form for yourself and us to grow stronger together. Then Shoto couldn't help but smile, saying, so, we have grown. After all these years of me trying to just forget you or believe that you don't exist, I just had to basically want you all in my life for you to grow this strong. I really am an idiot. Within soon, both of them say, bullshit! Both ultimate level Digimon look at their tamer, with Flaremon saying, you're not an idiot. You just have no idea how to express your emotions. You're too pent up, you're too closed off. Hell, if anything, if it wasn't for Midoriya and his Digimon, hell, maybe you would still be closed off. Within, Blukamon saying, and most likely we would have just abandoned you. We would have been stray Digimon. Well, I probably would have. And part of me feels somewhat resentful of myself for wanting to abandon you, when we should have tried our best to try to make a connection with you. It only took basically you getting your ass kicked to get you out of your defunct, and for us to grow stronger as well. We're just as much to blame as well. Within soon, Shoto couldn't help but look down, saying, man, I guess we gotta make up for it by continue to grow stronger together. Within, preparing both his blaster and spear, pointing his icy spear towards both his ultimate level Digimon, saying, you both may be strong now, but I still want to continue growing stronger. So come on. Hold nothing back in those forms. Get a feel for yourselves as well, because I will not hold anything back as too. After saying that, ice and flames begin to erupt around his digital weapons. Within, Firemon, Mane of Fire, begins to erupt as well, saying, Don't go crying when we go all out. Within, Crest Peldramon saying, I just said that, Flaremon, but my words still remain the same. As his icy wings begin to create that of a small snowstorm in the training room. Within, Shoto begins to feel both the heat and flames from both his Digimon, as saying, let's do this. After saying that, rushes to both his Digimon, however, outside the training hall, while all three of them are continue sparring with one another, Endeavor, hearing this, thinking, Shoto, I wonder, was it also my fault, besides your mother's fault, that also stunted your growth as well? I always thought that you being childish and those things were basically distracting you. Maybe I was wronged to begin with. Within, wanting to go inside to also give him advice on training him, but decides to let be, as Endeavor walks off, probably to go on patrols to take down some villains. Speaking of another tamer of UA as well, currently in that of Kyushu, in the city on where Hawks' agency is at. Currently in the day, Hawks is taking care of a couple of villains alongside that of his current intern, Tokayami, and his partner, Pekmon. However, they don't just have that, and it isn't just the three of them today. However, as that of a special guest has also taken the part as well, as this person, or rather, this being having that of purplish armor, black feathered wings and feathers as well, with that of a purple helmet and two golden swords on his sides, with taking down a few criminals and villains, basically stealing many items, and also trying to use hostage situations to get what they want. With both Hawks and this being basically taking out the villains without even breaking a sweat, with Tokayami and Pekmon seeing everything basically fold out in front of them, with Tokayami saying they both of them make that of a pretty good team, to be honest. I'm surprised they work together so well. With then Pekmon saying, agreed, Fuma, they truly are a perfect duo, both Hawks and Karatemon. As Hawks and the person known as Karatemon being Hawks' partner Digimon, with then soon seeing as everybody begins giving both Hawks and his partner basically a lot of praise, with his sidekicks that are basically around capturing them, with then Hawks looking at Tokayami and Pekmon, with Karatemon basically crossing his arms, within soon on that of the top of on one of a random rooftop, within soon Tokayami saying, the two of you are quite impressive. Me and Pekmon didn't even get a chance to get into the fights as well. Within Pekmon saying, I agree. I'm a little bit disappointed not being able to fight back, but it makes sense since the two of you are truly experienced and your bond seems quite strong as well. Within soon, Hawks can't help but laugh, saying, you really think so? Personally, the two of us don't really seem that in sync. With then soon, before getting bonked on the head by his partner, saying, don't listen to him, he's an idiot. He basically just likes to joke around without taking things seriously. But given his life, it only makes sense. With then soon, Tokayami couldn't help but be curious alongside Pekmon saying, Hawks' life? What do you mean? Within, Hawks basically giving his partner that of a glare, within making Karatemon basically flinch a little bit, realizing he messed up by bringing up his tamer's past without even trying, as Hawks takes that of a deep breath, saying, never mind what he says, to be honest. Honestly, the reason I brought him out is to show you on what a tamer and his Digimon are capable of working together as pro heroes and partners. Currently, people believe that Karatemon is not, and alongside his other pre-evolutions, are nothing but my sidekicks. But the little that they know, he's more than just that. He's literally like a brother to me, the closest thing to the best friend I've ever had. With then soon Karatemon saying, you say that, but you treat me like I'm not. You treat me more as an annoyance than anything. With then Hawk saying, gee, I wonder why. As he says this with that of a smile, but with a little bit of mirth of sarcasm as well. With then soon, Tokayami couldn't help but look at Pekmon, thinking, Pekmon and I have been friends for a long time as well, during the days of the darkness in my life. But even so, the two of us have been inseparable. Within soon Pekmon saying, even so, I still haven't reached ultimate level yet. Then there's Midoriya. He was able to take down the hero kill alongside that of Endeavor. So to be honest, I'm a little bit jealous that his Digimon are now growing even more stronger as well. With then soon Hawk speaking up saying, yeah, the hero killer situation. Honestly, I'm glad that Psycho is off the streets. If it wasn't for Endeavor and that friend of yours, a lot more heroes would be crippled and possibly in the morgue right about now. But hey, it's a good thing that he's taken down within soon. Koratemon saying he may be taken out, but that doesn't mean that his legacy doesn't live on. With then everybody looking at the Tengu looking Digimon, with Hawks narrowing his eyes a little bit, saying, Karatemon saying, "What? I'm basically bringing up the facts, Keigo. Think about it. You saw the video too." With then soon Tokayami saying, "Video?" With then Pekmon saying, "Oh right, the video that's been airing across Japan for the past couple of days. I believe you saw it on your recommendation page on your phone." Within Takayami thinking, "Right, you're right, Pekmon." Within soon Hawks thinking, "So Tokayami also got information on that video too. It only makes sense. Currently right now, everyone is on the surface, everybody is happy that the hero killer is gone. But deep down, when the video came out about him and his past, alongside his ideas and who he truly is and why he's done what he's done, a lot of people can't help but actually deep down relate to the person that Stain is. Relate to somebody like him who basically is rejected by society. People will flock to the people that he's basically in league with, that being the League of Villains." With then soon Katemon speaking quietly to Hawk saying, "Keigo, there's most likely that this isn't a League of Villains plan. I've seen the reports. They're basically just a ragtag group of naive villains believing that they can take down All Might. And that's how it is. However," within soon Keigo saying, "Yeah, this doesn't seem like something humans would do. This seems like something that somebody who's actually pure evil and twistedness. Somebody that basically radiates evil." Within Katsuemon saying, "Like a Digimon, for example." With then soon Keigo looking at his partner saying, "Yeah, I thought the exact same thing, man. Who knows? Maybe the League of Villains actually do have a Digimon, have a tamer who also has a Digimon as well." With then soon Katemon saying, "And if that's the case, then the next couple of months, possibly the weeks, may be hectic for us." Looking back down to the city, within soon hearing that of another crime going off, within soon Hawk saying, "Well, that's enough break time for now. No rest for the weary." Within soon opening up his red wings and soon flying off, with Katatemon doing the same, following his partner. Within seeing this, both Tokayami and Pekmon chase after them, with Tokayami going on his partner's back once more, as the ninja ostrich Digimon soon runs after them. Back at Tokyo, in the center of the city, at Best Genius's agency being the Genius Office, with Bakugo and Best Genius going on patrols, with then Best Genius lecturing Bakugo about the importance on being patrols, that they're basically heroes trying to give that of the innocent people a sense of comfort and safety, that they have nothing to worry about in the future. With Bakugo hearing this, but also getting annoyed at the fact about this, as he really wants to basically fight against villains. However, he's more eager than anything to wanting to face against villains, especially since seeing the news that Izuku was involved taking out the hero killer alongside Endeavor. With that, it just makes things a lot more harder, and it just pisses off Bakugo even more, as thinking about this saying, I refuse to get behind that damn Deku and his damn freaking virtual pets. Screw that bullshit." As he's basically snarling, which the hairstyle that Best Genius basically forced Bakugo to have is starting to unravel once again, with even a bit of his explosions popping out of small explosions that barely anybody can hear unless you're really close to him, basically goes crackling. Within soon, without realizing it, Bakugo bumps into somebody, realizing what he's done, with then Bakugo about to scream, "Hey, watch where you're going, you damn X!" With then soon Best Jeanist looking at Bakugo and saying, "Sorry, didn't know where I was looking," as he basically spits this out in out of annoyance. Within soon, the person that he bumps into, as he has that of a casual look to him, mainly that of a sleeveless black jacket, wearing that of a green camo t-shirt, and also in having that of circular glasses as well, with that of black short hair, even wearing that of regular blue jeans shorts, with also wearing that of looking like he's also wearing that of combat boots as well, black combat boots. Within saying, I'm guessing Best Jeanist. Well, if it isn't good to see you again, sir. And I'm guessing that this is another intern, I'm guessing. Within too, Bakugo couldn't help but be shocked. Within feeling like he's being ignored before Best Jeanist speaking up saying, Kensei-kun, good to see you again. And I'm guessing you off to work? Saying, of course. Have to pay bills somehow as well. With then soon saying, a hardworking young man such as yourself, working in this day and age while still going to school. You really are a well-loved young man, well-respected young man. With then soon Bakugo saying, "Hey, Best Jean, did you know this kid?" But then soon Jean saying, "He comes by around my agency helping out in software design and programming." But then soon he introduced the kid that looks like that around that Bakugo's age, saying, "My name is Kensei Hagajima. I'm just like you, Katsuki Bakugo. I'm a high schooler, but I barely show up to school due to me having a part-time job and working as well. So I mainly are kind of behind my fellow classmates." With then soon Bakugo couldn't help but scoff, saying, "Whatever." With then soon Best Jeanist narrowing his eyes once again at Bakugo, saying, "Yeah, cool, whatever. And sorry about bumping into you," saying, "It doesn't matter." Within looking back at his custom-made phone, basically a touchscreen phone that flips open, like that of a Samsung phone. However, it also shows that of a bit of a hologram as well. However, the hologram can only be seen by him, though. With then soon flipping back his phone, saying, "I better get going. See you later, Best Jeanist." But saying, "Good luck, young man." With then soon Bakugo getting annoyed, saying, "Hey, what about me? You're basically just gonna chuff off a hero like me?" Saying, "Honestly, I don't see you as a hero, Katsuki Bakugo. As far as I know, you're just basically a kid playing hero. Until you become that of an official pro by the state and by the government, you're not even worth paying attention to." With then, after saying that, Bakugo couldn't help but explode, saying, "You damn bastard! You're gonna rule the day. Just watch, you little shit. I'm going to become the #1 hero. And you'll eat those words, you little bastard!" With then, after screaming that, Kensei just continues walking off. However, saying all that out loud in public, a lot of people basically talk and whisper about Bakugo, with a lot of people saying he's going to be a hero? Oh my god. And he's working with Best Jeanist? Well, knowing Best Jeanist, he'll curve those, inhibitions of his, saying, seriously, if he's going to be a hero, I'm a lot more worried for my own safety than anyone else is. With then, soon, Bakugo couldn't help but get annoyed at all of this. With Best Jeanist couldn't help but pinch the bridge of his nose, saying, looks like we might need to go back to basics. That's enough for patrolling for now. It looks like I might need to re-educate you, Bakugo. Within, Bakugo couldn't help but grit his teeth in that of annoyance and anger, saying, damn him! With then soon, as for Kensei, he continues walking before going through an alleyway, before then hearing a voice through that of earphones, saying, "That kid is a real piece of work," Kensei, saying, "Tell me about it. He's a literal piece of shit." The very definition of an egotistical hero that most kids believe that they should be. Just because they become heroes, people should basically worship them for because of their quirk and abilities. It literally disgusts me. Within Sue, another voice saying, "So, what we're going to do?" Within saying, "What we've always done. I still need to pay mom's hospital bills, so I need to take at least another job." Within Sue, opening up his phone. However, this phone is a completely different. Within soon the hologram soon appears once again, before then showing that of contacts, as then a holographic screen appears, as it being that of a certain white-haired, glasses-wearing, chain-smoking info broker, saying, "Gurren, that job that you offered me, I'll take it. Where do I meet?" With then soon, after saying that, on the line saying, "Good kid, head to Camino Ward. That's the place where we're going to be meeting. Be there at least in that of 3 weeks from now." Saying, "Understood. Actually, that's perfect. I still have finals to work on after all." After saying that, soon closing at the hologram, soon disappearing, and then closing his phone. Within soon putting in his pocket, saying, "Don't worry. This hero society must be destroyed. If it means working with the organization that the hero killer worked with, then so be it. Let's do this, Decadramon, Male Birdramon, and Andromon." With then all voices saying, "Yes, Kensei." With that, he soon basically turned into that of Data before disappearing through the alleyway. Back at UA, Mitsugane, or rather Control, is now in Nezu's office, handing him that of multiple student folders, saying, Here, boss. These are basically all the current students, and all the students I believe have Digimon." With then soon Nezu looking through that of the folders, seeing pictures of Izuku, Shoto, Tokayami, and a few other students as well. Some from that of Class 1B and some from that of General Studies as well. With then soon closing each one of the folders, saying, I understand that 3 of them from Class 1A have Digimon. However, through the sports festival, we didn't see. Most tamers don't like to bring out their Digimon for things like this. Either they don't want to use them to basically achieve their own dreams and want them to live their own lives, or some just basically refuse to believe that they even exist to begin with. And some believe that they are a figment of their imagination during a dark time in their life. Simple. It's only understandable why. However, in this day and age, we're going to need all the help we can get, especially pro heroes. The sooner these kids realize that their Digimon are basically a crucial part of their life and growth, the sooner we'll have that of a powerful pro heroes of this generation that can even go toe to toe with All Might. Especially given what's going on lately. Within soon, Nezu, from having that of a tip from his usual smile, goes down to that of a thin line. Within saying, "You're talking about that of the hero killer." With saying, the video continues going over and over and over again. The worst part is, no matter how many times people take down the video, it constantly gets re-uploaded. Not just by other people, but almost like the video just won't be removed at all. It's possible that this was done by the League of Villains and their Digimon, Lucimon. And personally, I wouldn't put it past him after all. He is the Demon Lord Digimon of Pride. With that video, they'll flock to many villains who thought that the League of Villains were nothing but just a collective of basically nameless villains into something more. And that's exactly on why and most likely some will be drawn to him, and some may be tamers as well. The sooner that these kids realize that they need to rely more on their Digimon, the better, especially for society's sake. A change is now happening, and that change, we need to prepare for it. Within, after saying that, Netsu couldn't help but smile, saying, I have to agree. I'll let Vlad King, President Mike, and also Aizawa know that you'll need to have these kids in in a special class in the future. But also, more importantly, have you, Aizawa, and Hizushi decided to go to Tartarus yet? Within, after saying that, Hitsugane couldn't help but say, you know we haven't. You know the reason on why we haven't. Saying, I know. The three of you are still hesitant on going after all. Saying, of course we are. This is finding out that Kurogiri is actually Shirakumo. Of course. We're happy. You'd think we would be happy knowing that he's alive, but when we saw what we saw at the USJ, that wasn't Shirakumo. That wasn't the wisecracking, loudmouth, and somewhat charisma-driven cloud classmate that we all know and love. That was a murderous puppet. A murderous puppet that was willing to kill children, when the real Shirakumo would never do something like that. Not ever. So whatever the League of Villains did to him, or did to his body, I could never, ever forgive them for that. So that's why I'm wanting to be prepared. I'm wanting to put an end to the League of Villains once and for all. Any means necessary. So somebody like that happened to Shirakumo doesn't happen to anyone else ever again. After saying his words, the Digimon Pro hero soon walks out. Within soon, Nezu, alone in his office once again, rolls his seat back to the massive window behind him, looks outside thinking, sooner or later, the three of you will have to confront your past. And it may not be healthy, it may not be filled with joy, but sooner or later, you will feel happy for it. After all, wounds may heal, but scars, they only fade until they sink, but they never disappear. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would like to hear them and read what you guys have to say. So, what did you guys like about this chapter? This was mainly a chapter focusing on the tamers who are more important to the story, being Izuku, Shoto, and Tokayami. For Izuku, he's continuing his training, and Vmon finally activates his armored Digivolution after all. As for Shoto, both his Digimons, being Koromon and Blukomon, finally reached their ultimate level, being that of Flaremon and Crest-Peldramon. And Tokayami met Tox's partner Digimon, being Karatemon after all. So, and it only makes sense that it'd be Karatemon. It kind of fits Hawks' whole MO, to be honest. Originally, I was going to go with Garudamon, but that's too damn lazy, to be honest. And I hate being lazy. So, yeah, this was one of the reasons on why this part took forever to come out, because I was stuck on that. So, but I hope you guys like it. So, with all that said, if you guys like my videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date my videos when uploading the channel. Also, check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my side channel, Cash App, and Patreon. All link in the description below if you guys want to check them out and support me. So, with all that said, this is Yamuki, signing out. Later, guys, and take care. Do your thing, Shiro.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. with that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!